No. Sir James is unable to come to the phone. He is exhausted. As I'm sure you are aware, writing such a speech took a heavy toll. He does not enjoy robust physical health, and the effort of this writing has depleted his stores of mental energy. Yes, he was born in 1860 in Kirriemuir in Scotland. He has tried his hand in Mill's fields of writing and succeeded in all that he has tried, but he considers his greatest achievements have been reached in the field of drama. Of all the honours that have been bestowed upon him, being elected rector of St Andrews University is most dear to his heart. Consequently, he thought for a long time about the address he would give as rector, postponing its delivery until now, in 1922. Knowing that many present would be young people who had fought through a horrible war, he strove for perfection. Yes, of course, Courage is the title. And yes, you're right, there is a dedication, and it is to the Red Gowns of St Andrews. Yes. Sir James did refer to McConaughey. He said, McConaughey is the name I give to the unruly half of myself, the writing half. No, he is not a real person. McConaughey is an alter ego. He's a ghost. He's a scapegoat. He writes the plays. Yes, that's right. McConaughey, M''CONNACHIE. Yes, that's right. Well, good night, editor. I look forward to reading your article. I've spoken to the night editor, Jim. Asleep. Oh, who knows? Who knows what your psyche contains? Man of letters. Genius. Purveyor of that branch of literature that may be described as playing hide and seek with angels. Take care of him tonight, McConaughey. Are you flying around on one wing? Good night, my Jane.
You're back then, man.
Aye, I'm back.
You've been skulking.
As you will.
What good did it do you?
None, that I know of. But it was good to be my aid man for a wee while.
Take your name, man. Aye, we'd all like a bit of that now and again.
Should have told me, Jamie. Should have warned me that you intended to tell the students about me.
Never you spoil a speech. But you cast a spell and insinuate some intolerable fancy into my reasoning. No. This work, this speech making is my work. It's where I'm my aid man. When I'm on my feet and the audience is waiting. There's power in that. Power and peace. You can't get it there, McConaughey.
Of course I can't. Do you think I would have let you talk the way you did? We have years to go yet, Jamie. Might have been a mistake to let the secret out. Don't you think folk are going to ignore what we see now and concentrate on how it was created?
Have we anything left to say? I'm tired. Ever since Michael died. You can't have suffered.
Aye. We've We've all suffered. But you've come through, man. You undertook to get them to talk about courage, but no. Thrawn as ever, you presented me to the world. Why are you so Thrawn?
The title of the speech was Courage. And I spoke about courage, and it took a great deal of courage to do it. To tell the world there's two of us.
The respectable Sir James Barrie, who is sometimes entranced into playing hide and seek with angels.
It's an apt description.
It's a fanciful description. Flying around on one wing, dragging you with me.
It's how I see you, McConaughey. The angel that's had me in thrall sing first formal letters. Men who hear me speak before they see my plays can't understand how I come to write them.
Vanity. You made me known out of vanity.
Or self-defence. Men don't understand that an intelligence like mine wrote them. Because of whimsy and fancy and Peter.
You're whinging, Jamie. You got your reward. Stevenson called you a genius, did he not?
He died before Peter Pan.
Everybody dies before Peter. That is the whole point of Peter. Besides, it's time. You can go on with that Scotch stuff forever. The critics didn't like it and, well, you'd run away from it.
No, we couldn't go on with it, could we? Besides, my mother had died. You're shivering, man. The St. Andrews left you chilled.
A person can always rely on St. Andrews for a snail easterly wind. You can make your notes, Jamie. Can I take a look?
Not these notes.
Michael?
Tough it. I'll remember them how I will.
You can immortalize him, Jamie. Just like the others. We can use him just like we've always used everyone. We can immortalize him in great literature.
Use him. My favourite son. I loved him.
Of course you did. And we'll be gentle with the memories, but we need an idea to work on. You know we do.
Not Michael. Not now. Not ever.
George was the favourite son too. And yet, when the sniper's bullet claimed him, we wrote a well-remembered voice, didn't we?
And now I bitterly regret writing it. How could I have let you persuade me that my anguish was fit material for public display?
In the same way you always did. Nothing is sacred in the pursuit of art. That's why I'm here. What was it you told the students? Ah, yes. McConaughey is the one who writes the plays. Does that entirely absolve you, Jeannie, my dear man, from all blame, all the responsibility?
No. I feel my responsibility. I feel pain, though, in a way I've never done before.
For nigh on 60 years you felt no pain. You havering man. Let me work up the notes. Let intellectual detachment have its rightful place.
No pain. No love. No experience touched me because I can write it all down and bury it in a morass of sentiment.
Would you call it a morass?
Yes. George's death was a plank. Mary's desperate need was too.
Mary.
My wife?
I know who Mary is. I didn't even pretend to understand what kind of plank you found her. Lord knows you showed no mercy when she needed it most.
I've always known Mary's loss was enormous to me. Now I know it's a bone making.
But Michael, you know how the world would love to hear that story from your pen.
Michael's death is a bridge out of that bog, McConaughey. You've lost me.
A solicitor? You thought to make anybody believe that you could have been a family solicitor. You didn't even understand the banking system in England when we started up. There was near enough destitution before Gilmore took the checks in hand.
The law is a profession. I was making the point to these hopeful young folk that I was seduced away from the professions. You seduced me, McConaughey.
Are you sure now, Jamie? Some people might say that you came to London ripe for exploitation. Then others might say that you were driven here by that woman to make her name known in the furthest corners of the English reading world. driven by her overpowering ambition to see a son of Kirriemuir, her son of Kirriemuir, feted and petted and talked about and gone to dust to hear him in the same breath with Stevenson.
Speaking the words against my mother, you villain! You're not a fit person to talk about with a soft face. How can she defend herself?
It was you that needed defending. Don't you remember how she made you count every printed word to see what you'd been paid?
Oh, but it's a habit that's hard to break.
I'll just get that one.